Hi, I'm Louise from Emotional Detox, and I'm going to share briefly with you about emotional detox and why it is unique, and the particular way that I work is unique. I think you'll find that if you've ever signed up to counselling or uh, hypnotherapy, NLP, cognitive behavioural therapy, psychotherapy, there is a tendency for this to be a very protracted process, in my view. Having worked for 21 years now, I've kind of got the reputation, Harper's and Queen have listed me as the fast track to healing and a best therapy, that actually there isn't a necessity for this sort of protracted process. Of course, when there are issues where there's a diagnosis with some kind of psychiatric diagnosis and prognosis, then that is different from a lot of the therapy that people engage in to just really improve their lives and get themselves through sticky patches and really get to understand themselves so that they can release themselves from the constraints, particularly family constraints and the need for approval and power issues. But the way that I work is pretty intensively, but that doesn't mean, I leave you in tatters, because between sessions, I support the process with something called energy clearing. And with energy clearing, I do this remotely, but when you start to detox anything, and that's why I call it emotional detoxing, you're releasing out what is healthy, what is not healthy, and is no longer required. So as you do that, you're starting to make space for the new. But as anything is released, whether it's a physical detox or an emotional detox or any kind of detox, you get debris that's released out at the cellular level. So that can actually, like with any therapy, actually you can sometimes feel worse before you get better. So to expedite that process, to clear that sort of dross off, I use energy clearing techniques, whether it's for someone's physical body, emotional, spiritual, whether it's to do with anything in their business or their home, energy can be cleared. So what this does is that I help people understand how they feel and what's been held on to get, and also use energy clearing to research and get to the root cause of why they feel the way they feel and why they act the way that they act. And so it's a process of self-awareness plus releasing the toxic energies that are oppressive and holding people back and keeping people in a low vibrational frequency that tends to keep them attracting the same circumstances again and again until there is the knowledge and the power to get themselves up and out of it. So it is twofold. It has to be awareness, and you have to clear the energy. You can't just talk about something. Talking about something is just like moving dust from one end of the room to another. It might clear the space, but actually you haven't got rid of anything. You haven't released it out of your energy fields. So that is why I work energetically and at the cognitive level, and specifically getting to the belly of emotional suppression, because it's emotional suppression, the unheard aspects of ourselves and the unloved aspects of ourselves that are, in pain, and they drive our behavior and they sabotage our relationships, because you can't love anything or anyone else outside of you and have the flow of that and have things work for you until you've applied that totally from the inside out to yourself. So it's not necessarily a case that I work chronologically back from childhood up to adulthood. That's not always necessary. But this day and age, I think there is a calling for more and more of us to look at the unhealed aspects of our childhood. So that's what I do. In a nutshell, I'm working energetically with people and to speed up the process and really help people along so that they're not dependent on me and that they are in control of their own process. People can choose, when how often they work with me. I'm going to advise and guide, of course, but they can choose. And that process and integration is not something that you can just assume is going to take a week. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it'll only take a day or so for something to have cleared from the energy field after a session, and then they're kind of ready for another one and to move on. So it's not a fixed process, and it's certainly not linear or regular. So that's how I work, and I'm probably different from others, that I'm in effect trying to empower people and to move them on and out of needing my work as quickly as possible. I also provide something called maintenance energy clearings, which work for a lot of people, because all of us on a daily basis are accumulating toxic energies from our surroundings and our environment. It's inevitable. So there is the choice for that as well, which can go very much hand in hand with therapy, but also after people have finished therapy with me, is to keep them really buoyant and their vitality up and boosted. So that's me. That's Louise Smart from Emotional Detox. You can follow me on Facebook at Emotional Detox, and my logo is a yellow dandelion. And the link is on this YouTube posting to my website. You can directly link to there, and it's www.emotional-detox.com, and all the ways that you can get in touch with me are there. And please post and share and comment as you like, so that it all helps to share the word. Thank you. So that's me, Louise Smart from Emotional Detox. Bye for now.